The New England Patriots have already been rocking in free agency, but here's the thing right now. We have to be patient. And Mike Vrabel explains it perfectly. Let's jump into it. My name's Aaron. You guys know on the daily Patriots content. So do me a favor. All you got to do, find that subscribe button, hit the like button, comment below so you never miss out. Today, comments Mike Vrabel made when it comes to acquiring players, as well, 2 new acquisitions by the Patriots in free agency. We're going to jump into that as well. So first and foremost, we jump into Mike Vrabel's comments. Now, the biggest thing we need to do as fans, as an organization, is be patient. Vrabel says, quote, I think there's a lot of time. There is a lot of time, plenty of time. And he said, we don't want to be careless. Don't want to be careless. And I want to get specific when I say that. A lot of people have said, why haven't we signed Cam Robinson? Why have we not done that? Now, let's remember, he's older, all right? He contract would most likely be in the, I believe, I want to say in the 20s. I want to say he just signed a deal that was like 3 years, 54 mil, something like that. I believe that's his contract. Don't quote me on that. But let's just say it's a lot of money. And also there's been reports that his reputation has been spotty. So Vrabel making the smart move saying, listen, we have time. We don't got to jump in and make a bad decision, a rash decision, which my buddy says, when you make rash decisions, you get rashes. You end up with rashes, which, yeah, anyways. That being said, Mike Vrabel is saying it correctly here. You jump in and you give someone like Cam Robinson a crazy deal, and then he comes in, and I'm not saying by any means it's a Corafor situation, but it could be rough. It could be frustrating. If you're going to pay someone that kind of money, you want to, know their character, the type of person they are, before you give them a contract like that, especially if there's guaranteed money involved. So moving forward, I think this is everyone's mindset needs to be set to this. We don't need to be careless. We need to be patient. There's a lot of time. Again, Mike Vrabel has been in the trenches before when it comes to NFL free agency and heading into the draft, and there needs to be smart decisions made. So again, I'm sure they are vetting Cam Robinson. They are probably still looking into it. And there's a reason also that other teams haven't signed him. It is just like so many different situations. If you go see a car that's been on Facebook Marketplace forever, what's the why? Why is the reason it's been on there for so long? Or a house. Well, why has this house been for sale for so long? Sometimes it's no issue. It's just the fact that, hey, maybe it's listed a little too high. Or, hey, maybe it's in an area that's, not as desirable by some people. Whatever it might be. But when it comes down to it, sometimes there's an underlying issue. Oh, well, hey, the basement's flooded before. Oh, hey, this car actually has a reconstructed title. Whatever it might be. So when it comes down to it, you need to do your homework. Mike Vrabel, putting it simply, we don't want to be careless. We have the money. We have it. Let's be smart with it. That's perfect. Perfect. What do you think? Comment below. Mike Vrabel's words. What are your thoughts? Next. Now I'm going to butcher this name, German name, Wes Schweitzer. I think I nailed it. If I nailed it, let me know. If I didn't, tell me the pronunciation, but I'm pretty sure it's Schweitzer. Anyways, has been signed by the New England Patriots on a 1-year deal. He is an interior offensive lineman, and let's discuss this off the front end of this conversation of this signing. Is David Andrews, just released by the Patriots, veteran center, gone. The question becomes, who is going to play center? You have Ben Brown, who was picked up last year, actually a gem, in my opinion. One good thing, one of the handful of good things Elliott Wolf did. You bring him in. Is he going to play center? But remember, Cole Strange came back. He played center. All right, who's going to play the guards? Who are going to be in these interior three, the guards and the offensive or the center? Now we know Mike Nwenu is going to be playing guard, most likely right guard next to Morgan Moses, and then we're really looking on that left side. Is it going to be Cole Strange? Is it going to be Schweitzer? Is it going to be Ben Brown? And then who's going to be playing that left tackle? So a lot of questions on that left side of the line. Now this is what's really interesting. Is Schweitzer back in 2022, played 348 snaps at center for the old Commies. Or 2022, would have that been the Washington football team? Lord knows they should have just stayed with that name because, the Commanders, way too close to Commies. If you're a regular watcher, I call them the Commies all the time. I love it. Anyways, because I think it's hilarious. They walked right into it. They walked right into it. You were asking for it. You were asking for it. But this signing, I don't see as bad. You're adding depth to the line. The last thing you want to do is, again, the situation they came into last year where it was we're fumbling to get people to sign with us, to come to us. So we ended up just signing people off practice squads. That is the last ditch effort situation you want to be in. That is, you are in a boat and your engine's gone, you don't have oars, and you are going over a waterfall, and your last choice is literally just to put your arm in and just pray you hit a rock, or somehow you can fight the current, which you're not. But that was I'm full of analogies today. Good or not, I don't know. But that was the situation. So I like this signing. Don't think it's a bad signing. Again, 1 year, not going to be hurtful. Again, let's go back to Vrabel's comments. We can't be careless. This is a smart depth move, and Schweitzer has experience. I like the move. The question becomes, who plays that left guard, who plays center, and then obviously the biggest question of them all is left tackle. But I like the signing. Last but not least for today, Marcus Epps. Oh, and I will say about Schweitzer, forgot to mention this, that him and Moses both played coming from the Jets, played as one of their coaches. I believe it was Downings was one of the coaches there, now one of our wide receiver coach for the Patriots. So again, another connection, which is, kind of cool. Fun fact for you. Marcus Epps, though, signed to a 1-year deal worth a max value of $4.4 million. Now, last year, Epps did tear his ACL, which is rough. He's 29 years old. He's a little older. In tearing your ACL, it's not ideal coming off a torn ACL. Now, he has, some decent stats. Again, he has experience, which is great. 45 starts during his NFL career, as well 294 tackles, 18 pass defensed breakups, essentially, 3 interceptions, 2 forced fumbles, a recovered fumble. Now, again, depth piece. If this guy was going to be a starter, he would probably be getting paid a lot more than this. Now, granted, he's probably on a smaller contract just because of the torn ACL. And hey, let's see what we got. And the Patriots for sure, going back to what Vrabel said, we don't want to be careless just throwing the money around, even if it's 1 year max value $4.4 million. And I'm sure there's clauses in there that say depending on snap counts and all these different things for Epps. So it's very detailed. But you look at the safeties depth chart. You got Duggar, you got Mapu, you got Peppers, and who knows what the future looks like for Peppers. You got Pettis, you got Perry, and then you got Brendan Schooler, which Brendan Schooler got in there a little bit last year, and I actually really enjoyed watching him play. Man just loves football, and you can tell. And so, again, you assume that it's going to be a lot of Duggar and Peppers. Pettis, a younger guy that we did a video on, I believe, last summer, and has a lot of potential, but again, very green when it comes to playing time. So Epps has that experience, which is really good for this safety room. Again, and I forgot Hawkins in there. He was re-signed as the new year was opening. Now, experience is great for depth. Again, Epps being able to say, okay, again, do we have a situation with Peppers again, or some Duggar get hurt or whatnot? You have someone who can step in with experience, and I think that's key. I think that's a smart move. Again, the moves that are being made aren't just all willy-nilly throwing money around. It's calculated. Again, money's not being thrown around carelessly. They need to be smart. Again, going back to the whole thing with what I guess is a player like Cam Robinson. We don't want to just throw money around if we're not confident in it. Again, if you're going to invest money into something, again, I'm sure there's people on here that put money in meme coins. Shooting up a prayer for you. Best of luck. But again, that is, in my opinion, for the most part, that is throwing money around. There are much safer things you can put money in like an index fund or whatever. And so, again, not financial advice to anyone. I teach high school PE. I do like stocks and stuff. That's a side note. But anyways, this is a Patriots football channel. You want to be smart with what you have. And I love that Mike Vrabel is being candid with that and saying, essentially, we don't want to make mistakes of the past. So that being said, comment below. Tell me what you think about the Epps signing, the Schweitzer signing, or what Mike Vrabel said. I would love to hear from you. Enjoy the day. We'll talk later. Hit the subscribe button on your way out. It's somewhere, I'm probably right here, somewhere. Who knows? We'll talk later. Peace.